Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about an incident that just happened yesterday in Gadsden, Alabama, which is about, I think, 40 minutes or so from Birmingham, Alabama. What I can deduce from this news story is would-be school shooter shot dead by a cop. Kudos to the school resource officer. Check this news story out.
Walnut Park Elementary School in Gadsden was hosting a summer literacy program for 35 children on Thursday morning when someone noticed a man trying to force his way into the school. The person called 911 and the school resource officer was alerted.
You think the worst, you respond as quickly, as safely as you can, but you do have a lot of emotion in it.
Authorities say the school resource officer, who is also a Rainbow City police officer, walked outside and found Robert Tyler White from North Carolina trying to force his way into the SRO's car. Investigators say White even tried to take the SRO's weapon. After a brief struggle, White was shot dead.
Our primary concern was just making sure that if someone who is not authorized to be in our building does not enter, and our kids are safe.
The superintendent says everything worked as it should have on Thursday morning. All the doors to the school were locked, which kept the suspect from getting anywhere close to the students and staff inside.
We were very pleased that all the kids were safe. In fact, the kids, even now, don't even know what transpired here today.
The sheriff says the incident could have ended very differently.
At the end of the day, we put a lot into our schools in this county, and you hate to see anybody lose their life, but that's what happens when people try to do things to hurt our kids, and at least it ended in the front yard.
The school resource officer went to the hospital to be treated, but is expected to be fine. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is heading up the investigation moving forward. In Gadsden, Chip Scarborough, WBTM 13.
Now, that incident had a great outcome because, like I said, I can deduce from this that he's probably a would-be school shooter. At least someone noticed him lurking around the parking lot and trying to get into the school, and they called 911. That's the first good thing. And then at least the school resource officer was there on the premises for these kids in this literacy program. So it's a great thing that he was on his job, and on top of that, he was willing to engage and eliminate the threat, which is exactly what should have happened in Uvalde, Texas, but it didn't, unfortunately, until much later. So he probably had his AR-15 like this right here. Probably had the rifle version of it. Probably had that in his patrol vehicle because just about all cops now carry AR-15s. When I was on patrol, I carried an AR-15 most of the time. And this guy was probably trying to get his AR, and who knows, he probably was gonna try and go into school and shoot up the school. But at least he was stopped and stopped dead. At least the cop didn't allow him to even get in the building at all. Everything was handled outside, as you heard the superintendent say. And as law enforcement officers, that's what we want. We want the incident to be handled outside because the superintendent said most of the kids weren't even aware of what happened. And that's the perfect outcome right there. You take out the trash and no one else is even affected by it. That was perfect. That was textbook. And other departments, other school districts need to take a page from Gadsden, Alabama. So once again, school resource officer, you did a great job. You saved lives, and that's what we want here. And also, kudos to the person who noticed him and called 911. You did a great thing, sir, ma'am. We need vigilant citizens like that, people who are going to notice outsiders like that. They did the right thing. So remember to stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay tactical. We'll see you next time.